So, you're starting a new vintage story world and you're in day one but want to avoid making the classic dirt hut that everyone makes? Well, stay tuned because I have some perfect early day alternatives that will make you look like you know what you're doing in vintage story, even if you don't. What you build in the early game is going to be largely dependent on what materials you have readily available. Trees and clay aren't always a guarantee nearby, but that's okay since one of the easiest materials to make is compacted dirt. After collecting 6 pieces of dirt, combine them in the bottom 2 rows of your crafting grid to make 6 compacted dirt. This is convenient since there's no quantity loss and compacted dirt won't grow grass on it, making it a great early game building material, especially if you're worried about things catching on fire, like near pit kilns. Compared to regular dirt, it has a lighter, gentler texture. But that's not all you can do with your packed dirt. If you take that 6 dirt and turn it into packed dirt, you can then use the packed dirt in the same configuration to make rammed earth. Not only that, but you can cycle through 5 different varieties of rammed earth. All of them have varying degrees of mottling, making it a great option if you want low-effort texture. Packed dirt isn't the only easily obtainable building block. If you can find some sand nearby, you can get your hands on some arid packed dirt by mixing 4 dirt with 2 sand in the middle. Arid packed dirt has many of the same properties as packed dirt, but it is a lighter color and you can't use it for rammed earth. With a knife, you can collect some grass to create 2 more blocks. Strewn straw is made by placing a row of dry grass on top of a row of dirt. It makes a more golden colored dirt block that marries well with the packed dirt. The other is a darker, more textured block called cob, which is formed by making an X in the crafting grid with dry grass and filling the rest in with dirt. Cob is a very efficient block, creating 10 full blocks out of only 4 dirt blocks and 5 grass. You can also forego the dirt altogether and just take the 8 dry grass in a 2x2 square to create a hay block. It's a fun texture both as a floor and as walls, though it's highly flammable. Perhaps a better use for your hay blocks, however, would be to turn them into thatch. Using 2 or 3 hay blocks in varying patterns will create different roofing shapes. Nothing says starter house expert like a proper roof. There's also a lot to be done with the humble stick. For instance, if you're in a stick-rich area, you can combine 9 sticks in the crafting grid to make a layer of sticks for a natural roof or flooring. As a roof, it will keep drifters out, let sunlight in, but won't protect you from the rain. You can also use nothing but sticks and a knife to make a rudimentary door by crafting a wattle gate. Stacking them too high will offer you a safe, easy-to-use door for your home. Much better than placing dirt every time you want to go in and out. Sticks can also be crafted in an H formation in the crafting grid to make ladders, which, besides being useful for their intended purpose, make for passable windows if quartz isn't readily available. If you're low on sticks but high on rocks, fences can also be made using 6 stone per single fence. And between solid blocks, they offer a pretty decent wall themselves. Combining rocks and dirt together can also net you stone paths as blocks, slabs, and stairs. Stone paths are great because they will actually improve your movement speed and drifters can't spawn on them, offering some level of safety if used in your home, regardless of light level. If you have rocks, sand, and gravel, you've hit the jackpot. Combining the 3 in the proper orientation will net you fanned cobblestone, one of the prettiest early game blocks in Vintage Story. It's versatile as both flooring and walls, and is likely something you'll see players using even into the late game. Material knowledge is all well and good, but to make your day 1 home look like a real home, take the time to add some details. Relocate some flowers around your windows and wall them in with some fences. Make awnings out of thatch roofing, and make a rush matting welcome mat out of cattails if you have any extras after making baskets and chests. Set your extra tools down against the wall or next to a chest. Add some torches to create some light and warmth. With all that, you should be able to start making the day 1 starter house all your friends will be talking about. Which starter block was your favorite? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Vintage Story content. Stacking them too high will offer you a... Stop it.